Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Okay, so we're gonna start today with day number 5, vintage. And today is the first day that I'm gonna be using the watercolor paper that's in this journal. So I went ahead and pulled out some water-soluble things. So I got some, distress crayons there by Tim Holtz. This is a Stabilo. What's the name of that? It's a chubby crayon. And I also pulled out some Vicky Bouton water-soluble crayons, and I don't think I ended up using any of those. I remembered that, no, I did. I used, I guess, the black, and that's what I'm using there. I remembered that the browns in that little set were not quite the color of brown that I expected them to be. And then this is some Bria Reese, and this one is Jane Davenport. So both of those I've had for quite a while. Actually, I need to be using those because they're kind of drying up on me. But anyway, Winkestella, and that is just the clear, sparkly one. No color on that. So, yeah, I was really just wanting to kind of do a grungy background, and I think I achieved that. It's kind of grungy. And most of that I knew was going to probably be covered up, but the focus of this page, I wanted to use, I've had these Alphonse Mucha stickers for quite a while, and they're washi tape stickers. And I've never used them, and I love them, but I just never have used them. So I'm going to use those one of those as my focal point for this page. But first I need to do some collaging. So I took a page of that, or a piece of that painted paper bag there that you see, that's on the bottom left, and then some other ephemera from Digital Kits. I believe both of those are from the Bohemian Crafter, if you're curious. And then now I'm just looking at all the different pretty girls and trying to decide which one I want. Some of them are naked, which doesn't bother me, but in the end I decided on this one because I like that she's a little bit more colorful, and I like the shape of the picture, I guess, that she's in, and she just is happy. The amount of clothing that they had on didn't make any difference to me in this particular case. So anyway, so just doing a quick little collage here on top of my grungy background. Oh, and I'm, I guess, showing you my dirty hand there. From all the, it was from the Winkestella. That, it's still all over my desk, you guys. It's crazy. I forgot how winky that Winkestella is. There's a lot of wink in there. So anyway, I pulled out one more label from Tracy Fox Labels, and here I was gonna do a stencil or something with that gold texture paste, but it was rock hard, so it went straight into the trash. And then I just decided to go ahead and pull out that gold mica ink and did some ink blots on the page. And then I felt like that right side on the right there felt like that was a little bit bare, so I had these sitting on my desk still, hadn't put them away yet, and sometimes that's a good thing because then they get used. Otherwise, out of sight, out of mind. And I liked the petal shape of the ovals, but that middle one wasn't quite right. I wanted it to just be a little bit bigger, so I went and found these that are in my stash, and chose one of those bigger gold ones there for the middle. And so yeah, just adding these little gemstones. Kind of of makes me think of Art Deco time, which is the same time frame that Alphonse Mucha was painting and doing his thing. So there's the first spread for day number 5. Now we're moving on to day number 6, Minimalist. And this one, like the prompt says, I wanted to keep it fairly simple and be minimalistic. So I felt like, well, I still had the other side of that watercolor paper, so let's not waste that. And went ahead and found some watercolors that I haven't used in a long time. These are Peerless watercolors, and the one thing that I love the most about them is that they're kind of translucent. I've really enjoyed working with them every time I do. I'm sure a better watercolorist could do wonderful things with them. I just play around. I see what other people do and I try to imitate it, and sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay. It's more about the process than the end result in my mind. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of do shades of purple and I guess this reddish pink color. I think the color of that is actually called rose red, but I'm just kind of mixing the colors directly onto the page there and kind of seeing what I can come up with. But I wanted the darker color to be on the bottom and then kind of transition to a lighter color on the top block. So I'm not sure if I really got that, but that's okay because what I got in the end is, I think, kind of cool. So yeah, so I'm just adding a little bit more. I thought it needed to be a little bit darker, and then I decided to add some blue in there to kind of change the color of the purple a little bit and get it just more like an indigo kind of purple, hopefully. But yeah, I really like this page actually. It's really cool. I just it's simple, but I really like it. And so on top of that then, oh sorry, I thought I had cut all that out. On top of that, I had this other washi sticker, and I thought what I use for minimal sticker. Because I'm using a lot of botanicals, but I guess I must be drawn to them right now. Well, it's summertime, you know. I'm thinking a lot about flowers and things at the moment with my yard and in my garden and stuff. So anyway, so I decided to paste that down, kind of straddling the white and the painted part. And actually, I really like how this page turned out, and it looks nice next to the butterfly too, which is another thing that I kind of wanted to think about. So that's basically it for this page, and now I'm just adding the date down in the bottom corner. Sorry, that was fast. So the next one is number 7, day number 7, envelope. And I'm gonna take a minute to figure out what page to work on. And this looks like watercolor paper, but it's not. It's actually just like a cream colored, nicer weight paper. But I couldn't have just plain white, so I covered that with some piano roll that I had. And I pulled out just a couple of envelopes, different kinds of envelopes. So I've got 2 small ones here, and they were too pristine, so I decided I needed to go ahead and distress those, and I'm kind of glad that I did because they turned out really cute, really nice. Not stressing too much about the distressing part of it, just trying to get it on there. And then now I'm just working on the card that's going to go into that bottom one, pulling out some scraps of paper that I could use for collaging with, because I'm going to do a little card for each envelope, and I just wanted to do some collaging because that's what makes me happy. So just adding some papers and things, and this little ephemera set is My Mind's Eye Lovely Day. And this is another one that I've had for a long time and I just have never used it. And I really like it. I think it's really nice. It's kind of modern in a way, but in kind of vintage colors, if that makes sense. So I think it really is pretty versatile for whatever style that you might be going for. So anyway, yeah, so I just added another little piece there to kind of weigh the other piece. That background piece is a different watercolor that I had done. I was just using up some extra ink, and there was a little thing of a bee. I put that onto some white paper, thin paper, and put that on top of the pretty watercolor. And here I wanted to add that gray envelope so it would open to the right of the other two envelopes. And so I had to move that one over. I had made it too far over to the right. So here I wasn't quite sure what to do, but once I found that bigger mint colored, this one, I knew that needed to be on there somewhere. And so then I just decided I liked the 3 circles, and every time I found something different, I went back and I was like, no, I want the 3 circles. So did that, and then I knew I wanted something else on the front of that, and so I found that cute little tag. It says lovely. And then this other one is a CD holder that a paper CD case paper thing. I never used those. I don't know what they were for, but anyway, I had a bunch of them, and so I just tea dyed a bunch of them. But this picture here of the birds, this was gifted to me, so lovely, and I've just kind of been hanging on to it for the right thing, and I thought, well, if anything's the right thing, this page might be. So I'm gonna do a little bit of collage first. Just gonna add some papers before I put those little birdies on there. And pretty much just gonna collage on the front of this, and then for the inside of that one I had paper that I stuck in there for me to journal on, which I won't do on camera here. There's that paper. But I did add kind of a tab sort of thing with this ampersand circle piece of ephemera, which actually turned out really cute. So that's gonna do it for me today. 3 more days in the books and we're good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.